Living in a crowded dream, searching for the quiet that you need to breathe. Gave up on your sanity to hide behind your shadow, while you tried to take the sun down. Hearts will never change to gold. Out there thinking that you're in the world alone. No one ever told you that you'll have to fight for something, or you'll never learn to balance. You cold, standing in the middle of the downpour, looking in the mirror 'cause it's only you that you have to lose. Headed backward on a one-way, trying to stop the running, but you can't wait. Bury all the evidence, you'll only know when you crash and burn.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hard Rock Showdown. We are here with the final match of Saturday. It's time for his kitten versus defii. This is a little bit further of a matchup than we saw previously. I think it's about the same as most of the other ones we've had this weekend, though, with these high-low seed matchups. This is a 3 seed versus a 30 seed. We got both players that we're waiting on right now. Some interesting statistics about this match before we get jumping into things really quickly. Actually, here, let me go ahead and grab the MP link. There we go. And let's paste that one into chat /pin. Because for some reason, it does not like it when I... Oh, 30 seconds and 30... Okay, I guess 30-minute max, I guess. Okay. I guess that's fine. I'll reset it later if I need to. We're waiting for both the players to hop into the lobby really quick. We got about 2 minutes left until the match actually starts. So we might as well go over some statistics from these two players really quick. His kitten, also known as Zoodinator. Very well-known Canadian tournament player, often regarded as the best Canadian tournament player, I think pretty frequently. It's set in stone by now, almost. Very strong qualifiers. She was 3rd overall, of course. The 3rd highest average score as well. Put up ¡1 placements on 3 of the 10 maps. And a lot of other placements within the top 8 as well, only having 4 maps outside of top 8 finishes. So exceptional performance from Zoodinator as usual on the qualifiers. defii on your right hand side, a little bit lower down, 30th seed through qualifiers. Still very impressive considering we only had top 32 players make it through qualifiers. defii not putting up any maps in the top 8, but that's understandable for a 30 seed in a matchup like this. Some very respectable scores, though. Lots of maps within the top 32 placements overall. Even had a map within top 16, so still a very strong player. Gonna give us a good show in this match. Did Zoodinator SS something? Did she go through and SS things? Might have been Hard Rock 4. Or Hard Rock 5, maybe? That looks like an SS. Hard Rock 5 looks like it could be an SS. So Zoodinator had a very good qualifiers regardless. I think we kind of expect to see that sort of thing maybe out of the 3 seed, obviously. You know, one of the strongest players in the tournament. Again, a contender for top 3 if you're just going based off of qualifier seeding alone. So quite the impressive performance as usual from her. Looking for something to try and match up to that if you're defii right now, especially being a 30th seed in this matchup. defii is going to want first pick to start this match off, so quite confident, actually. It's a different strategy. Sometimes people don't go for first pick, but defii just wants to get going right out of the gate here to get that pick started. Zoodinator most likely going to go for second ban. I don't know many people that want first ban if given the opportunity to only pick ban order. I'd be, a little surprised about that. Zoodinator, one of the players in this tournament, actually, that we may also see a lot of hidden Hard Rock plays on in this matchup today. Perhaps every pick, actually, there is a chance. I know we saw Malashevsky earlier, our number 1 seed, opt in for taking hidden Hard Rock on every single map that they played. She's going to take just a little bit here to try and sort things out. There it is, looking for everything to come out there. She's actually going to end up going for first ban. Not a very standard thing to see, first ban, especially in these back and forths, but nothing crazy as well. Got that Hard Rock 2 ban coming out from Zoody there. That's going to be our tapping pick. Hard Rock 2 is Shinbatsu. And then defii, banning out Hard Rock 15, has absolutely zero desire to deal with CS 9.1. Very understandably. A high skill cap requiring pick. So you really need to be able to focus on just overall skill cap, I think, for a pick like that. So very important that they lock that one in there to start this match off. We're going to get started with our first pick here on Hard Rock 1 for Zoodinator. Or defii, rather, sorry. Looks like Zoodinator may be opting in for that hidden Hard Rock, as expected. And there it is, the hidden Hard Rock from Zoodinator. Please keep in mind, if you are watching, that the hidden multiplier of 1.06 on top of the Hard Rock gives no advantage in this tournament. We see hidden as a preference mod here. So feel free to take hidden if you want to. It gives you no advantage. Definitely a strong pick to go for if you're defii right out of the start of this match, right? You know, Zoodinator, she is good at a lot of things, and some of these faster maps with a little bit longer bursts is not as strong of a skill set for her as some other stuff. Unfortunately for defii, gonna be messing up one of those stream sections there with those bursts back and forth. Zoodinator looking a little bit more comfortable through that at the beginning here. See what happens as we get into this next key eye. We do have a lot of aim sections in this map as well. There are some of longer sliders here between these bursts. That is the main point of difficulty, I think, through the majority of this map. Zoodinator still on that 500 combo. defii just barely above 300. We get into a little bit faster section now. We're going to have some slider jumps. These are also very difficult, kicking it up a notch here. defii finding a couple more breaks as we approach the halfway point in the map. Zoodinator still holding what is effectively an FC. And there's that pause. Yeah, Zoodinator just a miss at the beginning. This might as well be an FC, though. Very close to one. 99.1% accuracy. Gonna change up the rhythm of the map just a little bit into this ending section here from the beginning, which was just pure burst and some of that slider aim. Again, past halfway point in the map now. 900 combo in for Zoodinator. She would have to have some significant trouble at the ending of this map to give this one away. Couple bursts with these triple cuts into the ending. Big slider aim section right now. Hidden Hard Rock proving to be no issue for Zoodinator on this pick. defii back up to 500 combo after those miss aims. Last couple bursts into a refrain section into the last quarter. We'll get the last key eye coming up after this, but Zoodinator looking to close this one out with a breakpoint to start the match off. defii has recovered so nicely from those early breaks. Unfortunately, when your opponent doesn't miss, it doesn't matter quite as much. Very well through these bursts here at the end for defii and Zoodinator. Both sides here. 99% accuracy almost for Zoodi. defii going to find one more quick break before that slow slider into this ending section with all the tapping. And Zoodinator with a very impressive performance. Hidden multiplier aside, that is still a 1 million plus score for Zoodinator there. About 1.03 million. And that's got to be one of the better scores on this map of the weekend. Great accuracy, good consistency. defii just a little bit of trouble at the beginning there, falling to the wayside with only 500k on their own pick. It's now Zoodinator to jump straight into Microwave for her first pick. A little bit of finger control, a little bit of flow aim control towards the ending, and a whole lot of small circles in here. This is the second smallest circles in the entire pool at CS 7.2. Not nearly as small as Hard Rock 15, but still very much on the smaller end. Zudinator most likely going to be going that hidden Hard Rock for the entire match. Wouldn't be surprised. I'd actually be more surprised to see her not go for the hidden Hard Rock pretty consistently on this. We saw a couple players have some trouble at the beginning of this map this weekend, but most people have been having pretty good times on this. Really quickly going to drop that effect volume down a little bit. Here we go. Now for the actual part of the map. To start with some of these doubles, we get into a little bit more control here in this section with some of these triples. Defii going to be finding the first break between the two in this matchup right now. Zudinator looking pretty solid off here, 99.45% accuracy and climbing. There are no HR maps in this pool that are not AR-10. Zudinator on that 400 combo now, past halfway point. Here we come into a little bit more of that flow aim section that we mentioned earlier. Back and forth, catching Defii one more time. Zudinator looking confident through these streams. She's made it through most of the map so far pretty handedly. 700,000 score and climbing. Here comes one of the choke points here towards the ending with these last few streams. But she looks all too comfortable with this hidden Hard Rock right now. Accuracy going to climb into the end. We might see that 99% FC from Zudinator almost at the ending. They're going to drop 100. I think that may prevent it. No, not. Last note gets the 99% full combo back in the last stream. That is our second 1 million plus score for Zudinator of the match already. 2 picks in. Perfect combo for the number 3 out of qualifiers. Defii only down 1 breakpoint. Certainly not the end of the world right now, but definitely not a scenario that you want to find yourself in against a player like Zudinator. This is going to be a serious uphill battle for them. Looking for that next pick from Defii. Went in for that tapping-focused Hard Rock 1 to start. We're going to be going into Hard Rock 3. Going to shift it around a little bit to an alt pick. So not the same skill set. An absolute jam. We could spend the entire weekend talking about how good of a song Hard Rock 3 is here. For Defii's sake, I hope this goes a little bit better than that initial Hard Rock 1 pick. Here we go, jumping straight into it. Zudinator up 2-0. Defii looking to make a bit of a recovery. Again, only down 1 break point. So not the end of the world, but a second break point would certainly be a rough spot to be in a best of 9. Nothing really to speak about in the initial stages of this map. You really got to get into the first key eye for something to come up that these players could really find a break on. And here we go into the first key eye. This is the first real section of the map. We've seen a lot of players double FC through this. We've also seen a couple of mishaps happen, and unfortunately, it's defii to find the miss. 94% to 99% accuracy aside, there is simply no combo for defii as Zoodinator hits the linear pattern. That has caught out quite a few players this weekend. Into the ending of this next section now. We're going to get into these last side-to-sides, into the pause, and Zoodinator hits it. defii having a little bit of trouble maintaining that consistency across these picks in this match so far. Zoodinator has looked so comfortable on absolutely everything. These maps proving to be no trouble. $550K in climbing. We're going to come into the next key eye now. Again, a repeat of the first key eye. If we see the same thing happen again that we saw in the first key eye, this may be over for defii, and it looks like we may be getting a repeat of it. There's another break for defii. Zoodinator holding so confidently through this section, through the first one as well. The map does not end after this key eye. It maintains a pretty decent level of difficulty into the ending following this, but certainly a massive gap for Zoodinator, insurmountable for defii at this current juncture here. 800,000 score in climbing. Last couple alt patterns here into the end. We'll get the last bit. It's 950,000 score. A couple accuracy drops here and there. 100s across the board. defii, no combo to speak of on the second pick of their own here. And Zoodinator, with a confident performance unrivaled in this tournament so far, will be putting up what seems to be the third full combo of this match. Oh my gosh, that is the saddest way to lose that FC of all time. There is no way that that was the note that just did that. Alright, never mind. Zoodinator putting up her third 1 million plus score of the weekend. 1 million plus score. That was not a commentator curse. That was sight read diff right there. That was don't sight read this pick diff. I take no responsibility for that. She put her pen down. But that is 1 million plus once again for Zoodinator, even without that hidden multiplier. That is still over 1 million score. Next pick coming out from Zoodinator going to be Hard Rock 10. It's Shippu Jinrai, the Flow Aim stream pick. A little bit gimmicky with some of the starting patterns on this map, as well as some of the spacing changes towards the ending. So, not the most basic flow aim stream pick of all time, but certainly pretty comfortable for these two players. And with how Zoody looked at the ending of Microwave, which did also have some flow aim streams, she should be quite comfortable on this pick. But with how straightforward it is, I imagine defii will have a pretty good time as well. defii having a little bit of trouble at the start of this map. Not a long one for Shippu Jinrai here, by the way. This map is only 1 minute and 50 seconds, so not a whole lot of room for error here. Some accuracy drops for both players, about the same. 97% accuracy on both sides through this beginning. Unfortunately for defii, that 97% accuracy going to fall again with another combo drop into the refrain here before we get into the slightly more built-up section before the ending. And here we go, past halfway point. Here comes the flow aim section. This is aim control on some of these very gimmicky streams. Tight, consistent patterns here. Very difficult to maintain the combo. Once you lose it, it's hard to get it back. And there goes defii. You can see exactly right there all of those misses coming out straight down to 88% accuracy. And Zootinator holding through the entire thing. Note lock fixed in laser. She is not out of the woods for an FC yet. There are 1/3 patterns at the ending here. Will she hit all of them? It looks like she may. Last slider section into these ending streams. Zootinator 1 million plus now for total score, and it looks like it's going to be the same performance again. defii, what do you do against this performance? Zootinator absolutely blowing everyone else out of the water with these scores today. That is a perfect combo on Shippu Jinrai with the 4th 1 million plus score of the match in a row. Unfortunately, only 2 of those are FCs. She missed the ending of the previous map, and she missed the beginning of the first pick. But otherwise, 1 million plus on every single pick so far. That is 2 misses for her for the entire match. And again, I'd like to point out, she does have the hidden on, which does raise the scores just a little bit. But even without the hidden multiplier, these are still 1 million plus. So Zootinator could potentially finish this weekend out with 1 million plus average overall. It all comes down to potentially Hard Rock 7 day by day. If Zootinator puts up 1 million plus on day by day, it's over. Like, I genuinely don't know what I would do if I saw 1 million plus on day by day just rocked out. Into the map rather quickly. defii, still looking for that first point on the board, unfortunately, has been falling to the wayside with Zootinator's near FC performances on every single pick in the match so far. Can she bring it home with a 1 million average on the round of 32 with day by day? This is easily the hardest map we've seen pick so far. It is also defii's final stand in this match. Really not super worried about this beginning section. Again, I've said it a couple of times. This intro is basically just a little bit of aim with some sliders. We really get into this first key eye here is where we're going to start to see that finger control become a little bit more prominent. Gets introduced very heavily. Here we go. Slider section build up. Hopefully no crazy breaks from either player. We're going to get through these doubles into sliders in one stream. And now here comes the finger control. Who will be able to maintain it starting now? Deep into the finger control. Not so much aim control. The second key eye is really where that becomes more useful to these players. But just straight into things here. Hefty act drops for defii, but holding the combo. And that's really all that matters right now. 99% for Zootinator, much more confident on the accuracy end. Both players looking to make it through that introductory finger control section. They're going to get a little bit of a refrain in between these two key eyes. Approaching halfway point in the map now. defii going to be finding a break tragically before the halfway point, and that may just do it for defii here. Unless Zootinator finds some serious breaks in the second half here, that may be the 5-0 for her. We're halfway through. It's only a slider break for defii, but it's already 80,000 score in favor of Zootinator on the accuracy and the combo. A little bit of a easy combo section here for both players. It's not a lot of combo, and now we're going to get into the next section. This is doubles into sliders here. It's time for aim control. If Zootinator makes it through this, she may just be able to close this one out with another amazing performance. All this aim control coming in. No breaks on those slider streams in here. Very, very big focus on that cursor placement. one more slider stream here. We're going to get into the flow aim section into the ending after these sliders. Zudinator and defii both make it through. Can she do it with a 1 million average for the weekend? It comes down to the flow aim section here. We've got one accelerating stream with a slider stream. Don't lose it now. And here we go. Last section for Zudinator. defii finding one more break. It's all but lost now. The 5-0 secured for Zudinator. Can she put up a 1 million average on the weekend? Will she do it into the end? She has the accuracy for it, most certainly. She just has to hit these flow aim patterns with the streams into the ending. No breaks can come out at the ending. And she does! She finds the slider break! It's going to be such a good score into the ending. defii not too bad, though. Still over almost 400,000. It's going to be the 900k plus for Zudinator, I believe, without that hidden multiplier into the ending. Zudinator, 917,000 score. S rank, only a slider break for her on that pick. I can tell you all right now what that average is. Congratulations to our number 3 seed for putting up an absolutely ridiculous matchup there. That was quite the performance. You do not see something like that too often here. We're going to get the match cost really quick of this. Match cost, and then we are going to show average scores. Get that music sync out of here. That is a over 1 million average for Zudinator across this match, by the way. Confirmed. So I'm not entirely sure what to say to that, but that may be the most impressive performance of the weekend, rivaling Malashevsky's performance, our number 1 seed. What a performance from Zudinator. My condolences to defii. You just went up against something absolutely demonic in your first round matchup. Best of luck next week in the losers bracket, and best of luck to whoever faces off against Zudinator next week. That will be the winner of LulL233 versus GS Blank. defii, falling to the losers bracket, will be facing the loser of LulL versus GS Blank. That match will take place next weekend. But that's going to do it for us for this weekend for matches. At least for Saturday. My apologies. We have a singular matchup on Sunday evening, North America time, at 3 UTC. The next match after that will be the 3 Sunday matches at 16, 19, and 20 UTC, followed, of course, by our round of 16 map pool showcase tomorrow. We hope you all enjoyed the streams for these Saturday matches. We've seen a lot of exciting stuff, a lot of amazing scores out of the players in this tournament. And I'm excited to see what comes up into the ending of the weekend for all of these players. Thank you to everyone for watching. We'll see you all at 3 UTC on Sunday.